Do you think you can experience incredible miracles traveling in a country with just 10 euros? My friend and I spent 9 euros on a plane from Vienna to Bologna to fulfill her dream of seeing the sea. In the following story, you will see all the miracles that happen when you listen to your heart without any fear. The first challenge was to arrive at the airport with no money and catch the flight at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, being in a lost place in the Austrian countryside.
There are chances that we don't get the plane. We are 200 kilometers away from Vienna, so we're just trusting that if it's meant to be, we are going to catch the airplane and we are going to go 1 week to Italy.
Within an hour, no one stopped, and the first man who stopped took us only 10 kilometers in the direction of Vienna. Anyone else would not have risked missing the plane by hitchhiking a few hours before the flight, all because we believe that if we are meant to be in Italy today, we will get there by a miracle, and it seems impossible to arrive on time to the airport. So we pray in the middle of the road, and so the first miracle happened.
Less than 1 hour more and we wouldn't have catch the airplane, for sure. Well, nothing is impossible. I mean, like, we got a direct ride to the airport, so...
We arrived at the airport from a place in the middle of nowhere, 200 kilometers away from Vienna, with great conversations and even with an hour to wait, pure abundance, without money. In Italy, an African man takes us out of the airport, where we continue hitchhiking towards the sea, still without a place to sleep. We arrive in a lost place in Tuscany called Montecatini. Just as it is getting dark, a kind-hearted Italian man, Mario, invited us to his restaurant for dinner, and we had one of the best Italian pastas of our lives. In addition, Mario tells us the secrets of his special drink, including his super secret ingredient.
Yeah. Oh, but you now look, it's yellow, you see? It's yellow. 2 days or 3 days is ready to drink altogether. Later you have to one socks of the woman. Socks of the woman. E colli dentro. Socks of the woman, this is my ingredient special one. This is very important. Not new, because when it's new, it's not good. Yes. And before begin the school, I want to go 1 week holiday with my kids.
Yes.
Problem, the kids, you know, you have to see, I want to see. No, I have to see, I want to see.
Yes.
You know? And it's possible September, I go with my kids in holiday for 1 week. Yes. Vaffanculo lavoro, vaffanculo ristorante. Believe me, I make what I want.
Mario has one thing that makes him really special. He doesn't care what other people think, and he always does what his heart tells him to do. Like inviting 2 pilgrims to his luxurious restaurant. After a fantastic dinner and getting to know the beautiful village in Tuscany of Montecatini, we have to find a place to sleep. But God gives us another extraordinary human being who works as a musicologist, helping cataleptic people reaching their hearts through music. Alberto has only one rule in his house, and that is that there are no rules. Not even that is a rule, as you can have your own rules. After hosting more than 100 people in his house, he has learned that the best way to solve problems is communication. Here you see all the instruments, therapeutic and music. Alberto is about to travel to Lebanon with his students for a music therapy project. And we were lucky that his students wanted to tell us a bit more about the meaning of their journey and what music therapy is all about. You go exactly to a refugees camp?
There are more than one
mission?
refugee camp, which
Yes.
the association will be divided into.
Yes. And what is your mission with these people? What do you try to do through music therapy?
The principal mission will be to let the young people from Palestine, teenagers or kids for the most part, express themselves through music. And then they can all group together and make music together.
Yes.
It was a nice view last year to see them cry at the end of the final concert.
I didn't think I was nervous. My body's telling me I'm nervous because it's 2 days that I can't sleep. This made me think of how their life is, you know, with so unstable, so unpredictable, and some few moments of relief. I think it's enough for them.
This is very different to the mission you have here, because here you try to reach people who is not good in their brain. Or
I had the pleasure of working with a little class of kids doing precisely music therapy. You cannot make miracles in only 4 days. But you know, just 4 sessions were enough to give them some relief. The parents said more attentive and more relaxed.
I think that's pretty much a miracle in 4 days.
Just 4 days.
How you reach the heart of the people who is stopped in their brains.
Yes, I know.
They cannot move, and
it's the key of music therapy, I think, because maybe these people couldn't do another type of therapy like psychotherapy and like this, because they can talk, or as you said, they have problems in cognitive problems. So with music therapy we try to find another way of communication, non-verbal one, in particular these people, the best patient, no? Because they are not limited by cognitive, and so we can reach them more easily.
Really?
You know, you feel how to play. There are no words.
As one of Alberto's students said, the best way to understand it is to feel it. So they gave us a half an hour session in which each of us would take an instrument without knowing how to use it, and we would play it as we wished. There were no rules, and we were warned that it would not sound like organized or commercial music. However, there was something very special that came from the soul. I could understand why, for those people who cannot speak or move their muscles, these sounds can reach part of their brain where nothing else can reach. We merged with the music. This was the greatest miracle of all, discovering a new way of speaking, pure abundance, and this great gift costed us just one thing: to have faith and to walk towards the sea. In the following chapters, we will continue our journey so my friend Magda can finally see the sea.